Good evening. Welcome in Daily UPSC Editorial audio program. Allopathy plus Times of India. Humans AI Bhai. The Economic Times. A change for the better. The Hindu. Now the full editorial. Allopathy plus the Times of India. Integrative medicine is well worth researching. Last week, the Indian Council of Medical Research and Government of India's Ayush Ministry signed an MOU to promote and collaborative on integrative health research. Ayush is an umbrella term for relatively popular medicine systems outside allopathy. It encompasses dissimilar approaches such as Ayurveda and homeopathy, integrating allopathy with alternative approaches under the banner of integrative medicine has a long history, long enough to spawn multiple dedicated journals. However, the equation remains uneasy as there are significant differences in the underlying approach to treatment. Integrative medicine represents an attempt to go beyond dealing with symptoms. This makes practitioners of modern medicine, very because their system rests on standardization. That discomfiture has, however, not deterred attempts at integration, as research suggests that there is complementarity, particularly when it comes to picking adjunctive therapy to cope with symptoms such as chronic pain. For example, in 2012, doctors at AIMS started research to see where yoga could effectively complement conventional treatment. The main fault line between different approaches is the importance of randomized controlled trials in allopathy to establish the safety and efficacy of treatment. Other therapies don't easily lend themselves to RCTs, introducing inducing a level of skepticism among doctors. Alternative therapies have survived the test of time and are often used in India by patients who also have access to allopathy. It is not uncommon to find patients taking recurs to more than one kind of treatment, given that carrying out more research in these fields makes sense. However, it is important that regulatory authorities curb misinformation on efficacy and risks. There are no magic cures. Alternative medicine shouldn't lead to regular laxity, regulatory laxity. Humans AI by the Economic Times encourage AI and society to co-evolve. Online and offline training institutes are facing a scramble for courses in artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, which have demonstrated society-altering possibilities since the launch late last year of ChatGPT. Technology giants are racing to incorporate chatbots trained on large language models (LLM) in their products. Universities have pumped up budgets for creating new courses and hiring faculties. Governments are allocating resources for certifying AI training. School children with no formal exposure to ML are using it to get ahead in exam. There is a gold rush in education to skill tomorrow's workers to collaborate with AI. Individuals are lining up to learn AI like earlier generations signed up to have shortened and typing skills on their CVs. Some of this is hype. Algorithms trained to deliver conversational applications are new. They tend to throw up inaccurate answers more often than their highlighted success with cracking legal and medical examinations. AI performance in open-ended environment is questionable, but best outcomes are available when human intelligence directs it to problems it can tackle. There are in the nature of vector informed micro decisions that require data analytics beyond human capability. The picture remains the forte of humans. This is unlikely to change as machines do not have the power to ask the right questions, yet, much like typewriting speed being no indicator of a person's ability to write a novel. Yet, harnessing AI requires human minds to interact with it from an early age. School boards banning it use are banning it use are being short sighted. The syllabus needs to adapt to train children to use AI to solve more complex problems. Denying AI access in formal schooling while allowing a parallel system that offers training in how to game these systems in a lose solutions. Society is moving into a phase of augmented intelligence where man machine coordination will be superior to either form of intelligence independently. AI must not be grafted to society, they should co evolve. A change for the better. The Hindus, the shifting of Kiran Rijiju from law ministry should end conflict with judiciary. It is difficult. It is difficult not to see the removal of Union Minister Kiran Rijiju from the Law and Justice Ministry as a move by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to avoid any escalation in this regime's confrontations with the judiciary in the 1 year left in his current tenure. Other considerations may have been at work in the shifting of Mr. Rijiju to the Ministry of Earth Sciences and the appointments of Arjuna Membal as Minister of State with independent charge in the Law Ministry. But the marked decline in Mr. Riju's frequent fulminations against the Supreme Court Collegium to indicate a desire to tone down his penchants for confrontation while there is inaction or delay on the part of the government or some recommendations. Quite a few appointments including in the Supreme Court who have been made since February indicating a thaw in the frosty relations between the executive and the judiciary. Apart from this, his vocal criticism of the collegium systems of appointment, which may other indeed see as flawed and in need of reform. Mr. Rizju had tended to voice usually tan- tangent opinions not befitting one holding a portfolio that involves dealing with members of the superior judiciary. He once accused a few retired judges of being an anti-India gang who were trying to make the judiciary play the role of an opposition party. On other instance, he voiced concern over the collegium making public some intelligence inputs on the basis of which candidates recommended for appointment were deemed unsuitable by the government. In choosing Mr. Megwal, who represents the reserved constituency of Bikaner in Rajasthan, Mr. Modi may have also been looking for a suitable opportunity to accommodate a minister from Rajasthan in a portfolio with a higher profile. The Rajasthan Assembly elections are due around the end of the year. Mr. Megwal has begun his stint with an observation that there is no confrontation with the judiciary and that his priority would be to ensure speedy justice for all. One issue that requires resolution is the finalization of a fresh memorandum of procedure for judicial appointments. Mr. Rijiju has said earlier this year that the government has emphasized to the Supreme Court the need for finalizing the procedure soon. He had also mooted the idea of a search evaluation committee with the government representative on it for the appointment of Supreme Court judges and Chief Justice. It is expected that the government will continue to accord some importance of these two issues while pursuing such initiatives. The government should avoid giving the impression that it wants to gain absolute control over the appointment of judges. Thank you.